I think we need to stop telling the Lord that what he says about us isn't us. That is a false sense of humility. Humility is not thinking less of yourself. It's thinking about yourself less. In other words, God, if you said that's who I am, then that's who I am. If you said I'm seated with Christ in heavenly places, if you said I'm the head and not the tail, above and not beneath, then God, I'm going to walk in what you said, not in what I see. I'm going to choose to walk in the confidence that God, what you promised is true. Every word that you promised is yea and amen. And so God, I take that, and that is what forms my identity. That is what forms my construct. That is the lens through which I view the world. That's what Dr. Jackie was saying. God, open up our eyes so we can see. Not so we can just see the present reality. We've got too many prophets of the obvious. Y'all didn't hear me. We see our kids, we look at them that way, so we just declare who they are. And you don't realize that what you're doing is cursing your kids because of the present reality, instead of declaring to them, the children of the righteous will be mighty in the land. That's what God said. So I understand their pants are worn a certain way, they look a certain way, they act a certain way, they doing stuff that you don't understand. You can just keep declaring as a prophet of the obvious, you're going to be like this, you're never going to wind up like this, you're never going to accomplish this, or you can choose to speak prophetically over your children. Speak prophetically over your situation. Speak prophetically over the things that are in front of you. I don't have to declare just what I see. I'm not ignorant of what I see, but I will declare what God told me to say. That's the very next verse. See, do not say I'm only a child. You must go to everyone I send you to and say whatever I command you to, and do not be afraid of them, for I am with you and I will rescue you, declares the Lord. He puts his word in Jeremiah's mouth. You see, God doesn't have to honor your promises, but he will always honor his promises. I'm going to go talk to this side of the room for a second. God doesn't have to honor your promises, but he will always honor his promises. Can I get an amen? In other words, yeah, come on, put your hands together right there and bless our God. Every promise in him is yea and amen. Somebody shout amen. On the chat, shout amen right there on YouTube and Facebook Live. Shout amen. Every promise in him is yea and amen. In other words, when I pray, I don't offer my promises to God. I offer his word back to him. You said healing is my bread. You said you were Jehovah Jireh. You said you were the Lord my banner. You said you would give me peace. When we go to God in prayer, it's not enough for you just to ramble on with a bunch of stuff that comes to your mind. You have to know the word and give God back what he already said.